from quality people with quality products. Your local Ford dealer.
New Breyers Light is here with 1/3 less butter fat than ice cream, yet a rich, creamy ice cream taste. And it's all natural. New Breyers Light. So good. So light. Everybody's singing its praises.
Rare footage and Chicago memories of JFK tonight at 10.
The following is an NBC Special Presentation.
This NBC News special, JFK That Day in November, is sponsored in part by Kellogg's Corn Flakes. Simple, delicious, and surprising. Taste them again for the first time. And by Wang Laboratories. Wang makes it work.
You've got this all wrong. You want to make news of the cereal today, you need a gimmick. Putting a whole banana inside a little Bran biscuit, stuff like that. These are just flakes. I don't think I've tasted anything like it. Simple, light, it's really very good. Well, how about that? A cereal that doesn't need a gimmick.
Kellogg's Corn Flakes.
Corn Flakes?
Taste them again for the first time.
I was hired midway into the revolution. The independent forces, PC users, had begun to form guerrilla work groups hooked together like tinker toys. Stubbornly independent, but cut off from the main source of power. No electronic mail from one outpost to the other. No shared resources. Chaos was the price they were paying for freedom. So we put up Wang's PC land. It networks the PCs, yes, but it also networks the networks.
Police call it the priest killings. 2 different murders committed in the same way. It could be the work of a serial killer.
Killing Catholic priests.
Catch a criminal on Unsolved Mysteries Wednesday.
A fender bender on the freeway.
You?
No, a guy, anyone. This is just to show how Wang's integrated image system would handle a claim. Adjuster comes out, takes a picture of the fender, signs off an adjustment. Handwritten document, photograph, an image. All go back to home office via electronic mail. Touch a button, then you got a data window, text window, image window right in front of you. A guy in the field wants to verify the estimate. Click. The adjuster's handwritten report and the photo are on the screen, processed in half the time. That's integrated imaging, and Wang has it. Another example, customer service. A guy calls EBC.
That'll be a charge.
We interrupt this purchase for a reminder.
Don't forget, Santa.
'Tis the season to be choosy.
La, 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 la.
That's it.
So choose the card that actually pays you cash back for every charge. The Discover card.
That's a great idea. You sure know how to pick them.
It pays to Discover, the card that pays you back.
What we're talking about crosses all geographical, language, time barriers.
What we're talking about has never been done.
But when we are done, everything else will seem obsolete.
This will be the shot heard around the world.
Only this time the world will know in seconds.
Activate the network.
Introducing MCI Fax, the world's dedicated fax network. Now send documents with the speed, the quality, the power only a dedicated network can provide.
What a beautiful day for a revolution.
With MCI Fax, it's there already.
A newly imported car has arrived. It comes from a company with a reputation for quality and design. And the automotive press here has already begun to praise it for its performance, styling, and value. The interesting thing is that here is Japan. And the car they're importing is the Ford Taurus.
Now get a $500 cash bonus on Ford Taurus.
2 scoops, 2 scoops. You know what I wish, Stella? I wish Kellogg's would stop making Raisin Bran. Just for a day.
I know.
I can't keep up anymore.
I know.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran. They ought to call it Kellogg's Raisin. With all those raisins, that's what you're going to taste.
I know.
Taste the fruit of a raisin broker's labor. 2-scoop Kellogg's Raisin Bran. The cereal that tastes like raisins.
Heavy hitter from field operations takes over. Wants to move us into the Fortune 100. Tough guy. He wants to look at MIS. How many computers? How many dollars? What's the return? So I show him what we're doing with Wang. Voice response for order status. Wang integrated imaging for customer service. Field to home office integration. The numbers from the field come into the mainframe the second the books close. Consolidated financials go back to the field by the 3rd of the month. His jaw drops. He says, well, he didn't say anything really. He just whistled, like...
JFK that day in November will continue.
I'm Bryant Gumbel. Tomorrow morning on Today, we'll get into the battle over higher airfares.
I'm Deborah Norville, also Erica Jong and actress Molly Ringwald.
Join us tomorrow morning on Today.
One newsman has gone face-to-face with more important world leaders than any other network news anchor. Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News.
At first glance, the 1989 Honda Civic four-door sedan gives the impression it could take to the air. But give it one test drive, and you'll discover its 16-valve fuel-injected engine and double wishbone suspension offers something even more desirable. A ground game that's second to none.
Neil Anderson for Honda, the #1 import in Chicago. It will lift your senses.
This news preview is sponsored by Walgreens.
Tonight on Channel 5 News at 10.
Rare footage and a special look at John F. Kennedy in Chicago.
Senator Kennedy got off the plane. We presented him with the flowers.
Tonight, a former Chicago schoolgirl and her moment in the Kennedy spotlight. Also, new information about the parents of Jacqueline DeWallaby and why some say they've now been charged with her murder. And steroids, how teenagers get them.
Join Ron Magers and Carol Marin tonight on Channel 5 News at 10.
Walgreens has been helping bring holiday magic to American families for over 4 generations. Isn't it nice having an easy-to-shop Walgreens drugstore nearby?
The handsome, dashing Ford Aerostar for $19.89. It's really quite a van about town. Traveling with the sports crowd. Playing the market. Escorting ladies. Pulling its own weight. Staying out all night. And powering its way to the top. Ford Aerostar. It's in a class by itself. Now get a $500 cash bonus on Ford Aerostar.
Mom, are they ready yet? I'm still working on it.
Rice Krispies treats are so easy to make, they take no time at all.
These things take time.
But they taste so good. Your family will think you slaved over them all afternoon. And if that's what they think, well, what they don't know won't hurt them. Rice Krispies treats.
Honey?
Mom,
Oh, you shouldn't have knocked yourself out.
What does the 1-minute rate comparison mean to you as a company? There aren't too many people I know that speak for exactly 60 seconds and hang up. The real question is, how do you compare the volume of calls that I have to make to the locations that I have to make for the amount of time and the time of day? And AT&T, when you consider the volumes, the locations, and the true talking time, AT&T is extremely competitive. I mean, that's why I have clients coming back.
The finer things, happily some are affordable, like Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. So fine, it's even made with white wine.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon?
But of course. Grey Poupon, one of life's finer pleasures.
If you took Alka-Seltzer Plus for your sneezing and congestion, there's something you should know. Contac 12-hour caplets work twice as long.
Gesundheit.
Until there's a cure, there's Contac.
I'm Ron Magers. Coming up at 10, murder charges are handed down in the death of 7-year-old Jacqueline DeWallaby. 30 Chicago police officers are charged in connection with a bribery scheme. A tropical storm bearing down on the coast of Florida. And we'll tell you about the men charged with burglary because of a parrot that would not talk. Stay tuned at 10.
This NBC News special is sponsored in part by Ford and your Ford dealer, together winning the world over with cars like the Ford Tempo. Have you driven a Ford lately?
This sedan offers a refreshing blend of form and function. And if you like its form, wait until you experience its function. Ford Tempo. A more sophisticated way to express your driving ambition. Now get a $400 cash bonus on Ford Tempo.
This Proctor Silex coffee maker is $7.77 after rebate, and a 3-pack of 3M VHS videotapes is just $8.99.
Hey, lots of good stuff here. All over. You can't miss it. Hey, let me tell you, Ace is a place for me.
The finer things, happily some are affordable, like Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. So fine, it's even made with white wine.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon? But of course.
Grey Poupon, one of life's finer pleasures.
A night court, it's a big bird. Some big pigs.
Feel free to use the utensils.
And some perky pilgrims.
Just like a dream I had the other night.
Give thanks with Night Court. Then, it's David Letterman, Robin Williams, Richard Pryor, Howie Mandel, and more in the funniest reunion of the year.
The United Caucasian College Fund needs your help.
2 great hours of comedy Wednesday.
Up next on the Channel 5 News, a Midlothian couple is charged with the murder of their 7-year-old daughter.
As John F. Kennedy is remembered around the country, you'll see how he touched a little girl in Chicago.
Along the Florida coast tonight, they're bracing for Tropical Storm Keith.
In an amazing coincidence, home videotape lands a pair of burglars in jail.
Hometown favorite resigns with the Sox.
And in a special report, how easily some kids are able to get their hands on steroids. Those stories and more coming up next year on the Channel 5 News at 10.
After your Thanksgiving dinner, America, is it better to sit or to save? At the Zaire Nonstop Sale starting 8 a.m. Thanksgiving Day.
Looks like another hip operation for Myrtle, really.
So why sit around? Get a jump on your Christmas shopping and save on brand names, toys, gifts, and electronics at Zaire. Forget the dishes and clean up at Zaire. All day, all night, all weekend long. Starting 8 a.m. Thanksgiving Day. Be there.
Time. It is most precious, and so we cherish the moment, magnifying its memory. At Paul Masson, nothing is more important to a fine wine than time itself. That's why one thing has made Paul Masson not just acceptable, but exceptional. The taste of time. Paul Masson will sell no wine before it's time.
Burger King brings back 2 burgers for $1. Wow! You can't buy a 45 record for $1, but you can buy 2 Burger King regular hamburgers. 25% more beef than McDonald's regular hamburgers for $1. They don't do haircuts for $1, but at Burger King, they'll do 2 plain broiled burgers just like you do them for $1. The dollar movie may be hard to find, but for a limited time, 2 burgers for $1 are back.
We do it like you do it when we do it like we do it at Burger King.
Relive the marriage of the year on a special Thanksgiving LA Law.